Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. It's that time of year, people. We are coming up on Christmas. Who can believe? 9 days away. What? And I just don't have a sense of it. I'm used to like being in malls that are, dressed to the hilt in Christmas garb. And yes, in some ways, there's no doubt my neighborhoods, or many neighborhoods, have stepped it up on Christmas lights and things on their home, because I think people are just desperately seeking some happiness, some recognition that it is supposed to be a joyful time of year, despite the devastation around us. And I'm a hopeful, happy person too. And I'm so happy I actually can go to confession tonight. It's outside, intense with social distancing, and it's going to be about 27 degrees, but I am all in. So I will be going to confession, which I normally would be doing. It's only required twice a year in the Catholic Church, officially, that you go to confession at the birth of our Lord and at the death of our Lord. So around Christmas, around Easter, ideally. But obviously in the COVID, there are many exceptions. And of course, God knows your heart. But I am happy to be able to go. And I will be going as a gift to myself at 6 o'clock. Yay. Anyway, we're in the middle of a happiness challenge. If you're just joining us, you are right on time. To give happiness, to find happiness, to exude happiness. And I've given 30 days. We started on the 25th with Thanksgiving, and we will continue to December 25th. Of 30 days of ways to express happiness in this challenge. And it's really a kindness challenge, which is another name for it. So for today, it was to reach out to someone that may be feeling alone or even isolated, and try and give them a shout out and just know that they exist and that you care. And so I thought that was lovely. What I suggested was that a lot of people are lonely in plain sight, meaning, yes, they're seemingly participating, but you can kind of see in their eyes that even in that instance, they don't really feel present or recognized. And so I was actually walking with someone on the track, and I just greeted them, mask, distancing, and asked how they were doing genuinely, and they were able to share. And it's a difficult time all around, and I think in that moment that person didn't feel so alone. And I think really, if we can relate at all to what's going on for somebody, automatically they feel less alone, right? Whenever we can see that somebody truly understands, either they've been there or they just get it, right away the world seems a little bit more accepting and a little bit, more open, which is great. So for tomorrow, it's to actually recognize the kindness of others. So if anybody does a kind gesture, whether it's somebody motioning to, pick up something for you, or open a door for you, or open, a car door, certainly if it's someone in your life. If a child does a chore without being asked, right? If a husband lends an extra ear for a moment, whatever it is, to actually look intentionally around and remember to thank people for their kindness. I think right now, people are kind of taken aback. I'm one of those people who thanks people just for existing. I mean, I thank the cashier. I thank the, custodian. I thank, like, every person. Hey, thanks for doing that. I'm not their boss. It shouldn't matter to me, but it does matter, because I know that when people feel honored and recognized, it's just a happier place to be, right? So I do take a moment to thank people, and sometimes they kind of laugh like, okay, that's weird. It's my job. I have no choice. To be fair, we always have a choice. You don't have to show up to work. You don't have to be smiling at your job. You don't have to be, open and welcoming to anyone in your job, beyond the job description. So I just think if you really take the time tomorrow to thank people for their kindness, you'll be surprised at how grateful they are to receive that recognition. It's a good one. All right, my friends, I'm obviously still at school. I've got to hike my way home and get to confession, which I will happily do. And I am on plan, yay God. I am absolutely abstinent. I have every intention to remain abstinent all day. I wrote my food last night. I think that's a real clue to my primal brain, my inner child, my monkey minds, they all know there's a plan and that the adult in me has an intention to stick with it. But that's a little easy to say when I haven't eaten yet. It's easy to say when I haven't driven home the 10-mile nightmare of restaurants and people pumping out food, and the aroma of food. So I haven't taken that first compulsive bite. Let's put it that way. I haven't taken that first compulsive bite. I'm going to ensure that that first bite is a planned one, but it's generally when I go with a compulsive bite that I tend to falter. So I'm happy to give a shout out and say, hey people, my intention is to stay absolutely clean and abstinent just for today. I can dream about tomorrow all I want until tomorrow becomes today. All right, peeps, as always, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. And until we talk again, best of all, know, despite how difficult it is, that you are blessed.